It's school day matinee here at Charger Gymnasium on the campus of the University of New Haven. The 4th annual Class at the Court Day, as it's the first of a doubleheader between the New Haven Chargers and the Merrimack College Warriors. J.J. Duke and Dan Frank here with you courtside. It's a Wednesday afternoon, but it does not feel anything like it. In fact, it almost feels like a playoff atmosphere inside. Dan, the crowd is ready. They want to see some good basketball. And you know, as a player, you get fired up for a game like this when the atmosphere is literally through the roof.
Took advantage.
And Sears, a great entry pass down low to Downey, and he converts, and now he is the first Bulldog into double digits. Come up empty nonetheless. Get past to this near side, Gillespie. And throwing it down was Najee Larcher. Big play for New Haven. They're back up against 11. Ross looking for the entry pass, swings to the near side. Thompson for a three, and that is good. And Manhattan levels things for the second time in this quarter. Mosley thought about shooting from distance, but he'll step back. Now he launches. Got it! Oh, Mosley now. He's got 9, and New Haven has rebuilt back a 6-point advantage. Bob, who just checked in for the first time. Kick out to Irizarry. Skip pass to the far baseline, and Erickson gets that to go, and that's much better by the Jaspers. Victor gets the entry pass. Sears, a great second look, and Sherrod throws it down. That's great ball movement by the Bulldogs. And we're just about ready to start half number 2 here from Lee Amphitheater on the campus of Yale University. It is the Bulldogs 31, New Hampshire 24. In the last home non-conference game for Yale University, they're 6-1 at home thus far on the season. However, they're hoping to make that 7-1 today before traveling up to face off against Boston College. That is going to be taking place a week from tomorrow on Sunday the 10th, and then it is all Ivy League action from here on out. And boy, we can't wait for those games to kick off, because if you're a fan of college basketball, the Ivy League is always a place to watch because everything is competitive. Still no postseason tournament at the moment. There is one bid, and that goes to the regular season champion. So everyone fighting for that spot. And you know that Yale wants to see their name in that picture, but they'll have to definitely fight through some candidates at first. It will be New Hampshire to move from right to left on your screen as we are underway, and they get the ball to begin this third quarter. This is Kristen Anderson with Ashley Story, number 11, a pass to this near side, nearly lost by Elizabeth Belanger. Now she gets around a screen, set by Poe, looking for that high-low game, and Carly Poe with the ball. The extra pass read by Wyckoff. Then she's off for the distance and will convert. No, she doesn't convert on the layup. Then it'll be a foul that goes against Simpson, and Wyckoff a little bit visibly displeased with herself as she did everything right on the defensive side and just couldn't finish off on the final end from things. Wyckoff in that first half with 7 points, keeping right around her season average of 9.9 coming into the day. So for those who round up, we'll call it 10. As New Hampshire now with Belanger driving through the lane, stepping back from 13, in and out, no good. Both teams trading buckets that nearly went in, but Wyckoff touching it as it stepped out of bounds. And it'll be Santucci to check in for Simpson. Also, for those Yale fans who are wondering who is number 30 in white, that would be Katie Warner. Had to make a jersey change. As this will be Kristen Anderson now, fronted by Megan McIntyre. Gets around a screen from Poe. She'll shoot from 16 off the mark, no good. And Poe with an offensive rebound now kicks out to Booth. Fronted by Wyckoff, and a fresh shot clock as well. Booth driving the lane, tries to get a little separation, instead goes with Belanger. Steps to the left with the off-balance shot, no good, and Wyckoff secures the rebound. Wyckoff now. Warner calling for it underneath, but instead will reset the offense here. And both teams coming out a little bit cold to start off half number 2. Santucci gets around a couple of screens. Lost it out for a second there, and a little ginger on the left ankle as Wyckoff's shot no good. Santucci trying to run it off. Anderson on the far baseline. Her shot is good. And the referee is going to stop play as it looks like Santucci's trying to walk off the injury as a referee on far side. Just checking to make sure, and it will be Tamara Simpson replacing the number 14. Back within a 2-possession game right now, and New Hampshire trying to hang around this one. They're looking for their record to be over 500 overall. They're 6-6 coming off of a loss at North Carolina. Warner is going to step back, shot well off the mark, and an easy rebound taken by Story. Anderson now looking to push the tempo. The entry pass underneath the Poe, and her shot through the lane is good. The little baby hook inside gets it going. She's averaging 11 points per game. Carly Poe, the sophomore from Cincinnati, she now has 5 points. It's a 1-possession game as Simpson gets around a screen. Now second one comes. Nyasa Sarju driving, draws contact, and it'll be a foul against New Hampshire. That'll be their second of the quarter. And it will go against Ashley Story. That is her third, so that is something to keep an eye on for Maureen McGarity, the head coach of the Wildcats. And they're just off to my right, and the entire bench none too pleased about the referee's decision, but it'll be a fresh 30 to come. Wyckoff up and under. Great take, count it, and the foul. Whitney Wyckoff there, traditionally the southpaw, but instead uses the right to throw it off high of the window and gets it to go, and she'll have a chance to complete a 3-point play and become the first player into double digits. You see the look here, up and under, draws contact from Poe. That's her first foul. But a great take by Wyckoff, and she converts, and now is the first player from any team to get into double digits on the scoring. She has 10. Yale leads now by 6. Anderson across the timeline. Now with Peyton Booth. Nearly got pickpocketed for a moment by Wyckoff, and a great read by Simpson. She'll be able to corral it. Wyckoff gets the entry pass and converts, and those are points off turnovers, and big ones for the Bulldogs, and got another one there, and the shot blocked out of play. Great hands by the Bulldogs, as they have now forced 11 total turnovers, and they've gotten 10 points off of them. And you hear the Yale bench off to the left side of the court here. They are ecstatic right now. Berkowitz. Now McIntyre and Sarju. As Berkowitz calling for it down low, and she gets contact and the foul. It'll be another one to go against Poe. That's going to be the team's third of this quarter. And another reset to come for the Bulldogs. This is Wyckoff underneath. Again, she'll go the same place. Driving instead kicks to McIntyre. Now Sarju, but she'll get called for the travel violation. And she's none too pleased how that one went down. Thought that that pivot foot was planted, but it just moved ever so slightly. And it'll be New Hampshire basketball. But just that little bit of momentum has gotten Yale back into it. They have our 6-0 run at the moment. Sarju takes away that ball. It's a 3-on-1 for the Bulldogs. Bounce pass. McIntyre with the extra pass. Count it! And the foul. Oh, you practice those all the time before games and leading up to games. 3-on-1s, 2-on-1s, and McIntyre, the unselfishness of her. You know, it hasn't been a great day for her on the offensive side. Hasn't gotten a point yet, but instead goes with Sarju, started the play, and she'll finish on the bookends with the 3-point play. She now has 10. Yale all of a sudden is on a run at the moment of 8-0. Now Anderson, And a foul called. Oh, they're going to call that one offensive. That's going to go against Booth. Perhaps might have been for an extra leading elbow there. And the referee on this near side. Oh, they're changing that call now. It's going to go against Berkowitz. Well, I thought here on one side, one referee was pointing going the other way, but instead our crew of John Palermo, Michael Mata, and Ronald DePasquale say otherwise. It will stay with New Hampshire. Now one of the officials is going to come over here to the near side and make sure everything is all right at the moment. .609 on the game clock. It's a fresh 30 as well. And it'll be Belanger to inbound. The give is to Anderson. And she'll draw the hand check foul. That goes against McIntyre. And that brings Allison Guth off of her bench, telling McIntyre to not just lead in, lead in. You have to stay balanced. Can't just flail with the arms. 3 team fouls here in the quarter for the Bulldogs. 4 for New Hampshire, so the next one, they'll be over the limit. This is Peyton Booth. Gets around a screen. Excuse me, that was Liza Simpson. Now it's Elizabeth Belanger, and 14 on the shot clock. Dribble drive kick to Koya. The extra pass to Anderson in the corner. Gets around a screen. Great ball movement as Poe not able to convert on the other end. A strong rebound taken by Tamara Simpson. Now Yale pushing the tempo underneath with Sarju spinning through the lane, but shorted it on the jump shot. Another great look from McIntyre, who's got 3 assists on the day. Liza Simpson underneath with Carly Poe. The floater through the lane, no good. Berkowitz able to find the rebound. Now again, here comes Wyckoff pushing the tempo. But instead, she'll slow things up and allow her team to get into the half court. Berkowitz with Simpson and 14 on the clock and contact. They're calling it a charge, and that one's going to go against Simpson. As standing in and taking it was Belanger. Might have been not so much with the actual movement with the player being stationary, but I believe it might have been with the leading arm as well. As that will stop play with exactly 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter in our first media timeout of the second half, and we'll step aside as well. It is Yale by 11 here. Back in a moment on the Ivy League Digital Network.